Welcome to the DBS Films Podcast, a behind-the-scenes look into making indie films. Learn from DBS Films about their process, tips, and fun stories that all come with making multiple movies a reality.
Welcome to the DBS Podcast, everyone. This is going to be a little bit different from our normal weekly podcast. We're going to be doing what is known as a DBS update. So for these DBS updates, it's just going to be me kind of walking you through where we're at in the production process. I know a lot of you are interested exactly in the details of where we're at, because while we're going through all of the movies we've made before now, we also are continuing to making movies. So what we're going to do now is just every Saturday, we're going to look to have a quick little update like this for you guys. But Tuesdays and Thursdays will be our continued episodes where we take a look back at what we did in the past and, kind of rehash what it was like going through that entire process. So if you guys have been enjoying those, they're going to continue to come. But if you're interested in more so what's going on in the present time, these updates are going to be for you. So right now it is March 12th for this podcast, and we are cranking. Honestly, we've been really motivated lately. A lot of it's coming from our super fans, just kind of giving us that extra support we need to power through. But when it comes to post-production, we have The Haunting of the Murder House. The name has been selected and finalized. We're actually going through the different cover arts right now, which is always really fun. You can kind of see, just what people are interested in, what people aren't interested in. And again, if you are an indie filmmaker, it is super critical that you split test your covers, you split test your title. You want to give yourself as much as the marketing energy as you can moving into launch. And best way to do that is just to go ahead, take a look, run some split tests, see what gets most engagement, and then run with those. So that's where we're at when it comes to the marketing side of things. With the edit itself, we actually finished our music edit. We still have to do one day of filming, which is going to be a lot of the live stream items. So this movie has a lot of streaming elements to it. It is a group of live streamers that lock themselves in a house, and what they do is they proceed to basically live stream there, and guess what, it's actually haunted. So things go from good for them because they get a lot of views to really terrible, and we capture that a lot of information with the live stream, with the chat, with them getting more followers, with them getting the donations and everything. So we have probably one more night of filming when it comes to the additional screen stuff, but then we also have to redo a special effect where our lead ends up stepping on a nail and blood squirts out of her shoe. So we're doing those two things hopefully this Tuesday, and then we'll be done with them. But everything other than that is pretty much in place for the cut. The music's been put in place, which again, music makes such a huge difference. It really is one of the best things, seeing your movie come to life when you have music with it. So very excited for watching that. We're probably going to continue to edit a little bit over the weekend to touch it up, but ideally we should just be kind of sliding in these pickup shots that we're doing on Tuesday. And again, hopefully we'll have a finished product within this month, and then we'll take it to our agent and then go from distribution from there. So we are very excited. I don't know if you've heard me say this before, but it definitely slaps. I mean, it's one of the best ones that we've done so far, which is usually the case because the more movies you do, the better you get. So very exciting stuff for that. For our next movie that we're going to be filming, which is dubbed The Shapeshifter, we are right now finalizing a lot of the casting things. We did make some pivots with the casting just because we literally were running out of time when it came to what we originally thought, which was early March. Just again, life is going to come up right now. We have other things that are our main priority, and we get to the films at any time we can. So it is something where it tends to get pushed back a bit. So the shooting did get pushed back a little bit. Right now we're shooting for early April, could be mid-April, but we're starting to feel really, really confident with the script. The script again is about one couple and one group of friends. Each one of them has a friend they bring out to a cabin, and they essentially get stalked by a shapeshifter. So there's a lot of elements of hearing your own voice, hearing different voices out in the woods, seeing someone that's not really someone. So just a lot of those elements in it. I do like it, but it is a bit ambitious, just in the sense that there's a lot in it. I think if we execute, it'll be really good, but I could also see it being a lot harder to execute than The Haunting of the Murder House. So we'll see. It's kind of a higher risk, higher reward element, but we're finally at the place with the script where it's really just little tiny details. So I'd say, I mean, we can shoot from this script moving forward, but it's going to be us kind of taking out the fine tooth comb and fixing that. And then the last thing I always want to update on is going to be just our community, anything that we're doing within the community. And I have to say, it has just been awesome seeing all the support that we're getting. We started a Discord about 2 weeks ago, and we're getting a lot of people joining that. For you that don't know, you can become a super fan of ours. Basically, what that means is if you do a few things in our Discord community, you end up getting points, which gets you to super fan. And when you become a super fan, you actually get to watch our movies for free. So you're going to watch our movies before they come out. We're going to get your feedback on them. You're basically going to be like our testing audience. You also get to read our scripts before we film them. So that can be another area for you to input just your little personal touch on our movies. You get your name in the credits of our movie, so we're going to give you a special thanks. And on top of that, we get you preferred casting for when we do cast. So those are some things that you can be when you are a super fan. On top of our amazing community growing, we do movie Mondays. We're probably going to have a trivia day soon, and we're even talking about everyone meeting up for Halloween Horror Nights. So if you're listening to this and you're like, you know what, this seems pretty cool, I could be about hanging out with this guy and this studio thing he's doing, feel free to join us, man. I recommend us on the Discord. Be sure to subscribe here wherever you're watching it or listening. But we're really going to try and be a very community focused when it comes to what we do as a studio. So that's just my little pitch for that. On top of that, we are actually looking at rolling out a website. So we got everything confirmed for that. My opinion, it's been way overdue, but whatever. We're just kind of getting really motivated by everything else. So we're rolling out the website. And then we're going to continue, as I mentioned, to do the vlogs, do the podcast. And also, if you join us on TikTok, we do a lot of live streams there. So that will wrap it up for this week's update. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, we're going to try and keep it pretty brief, straightforward, and give you just a good idea of where we're at as a film studio going through the creative process. We'll always have those more in detailed reviews of our filming process. We're also going to probably talk about different subjects such as just filmmaking specifically, cinematography, script writing, all of those things. So we're continuing to do those, but on top of it, you will now get every Saturday a little one-on-one conversation with me. And until then, see you later.